Hello, David Bradley here, and I am going to try to mix up some cookies. I got here a mix, and it tells me that I will need 1/2 a cup of butter or margarine, softened, not melted, and 1 egg. And then it doesn't say so. Hello, Penny! It doesn't say so, but I imagine that then I have to mix these things up. So, I have a bowl. I have this tear here. Yeah. Tear here. It won't tear. It should say cut here. Does it rip now? Oh, it rips now. Once I cut it, where it says tear, so good. So, into the bowl, the mixture goes. Oh, I'm sure there's more instructions there. I have an egg. I will crack it. And then, since I don't have a 1/2 cup measuring thing, I have a 1/3, but I'm pretty sure that I've got this pretty right. Pretty sure. A little bit sure, somewhat sure. Actually came out quite nicely, mostly. I'll just scoop out the last little bit. Throw that in the sink. And I imagine I'm supposed to mix this up. Now it doesn't really give instructions on this, so I'm just going to start to mix it around with a fork. Maybe I'm supposed to use a blender or something else. I don't know. It didn't say. You would think that instructions would be more complete. I used to write instructions for computer things, and I know, just like in writing a program, any little step that is left out can be, well, baffling at minimum, catastrophic at maximum. Well, I am mixing. I'm just going to look at this one more time. I will need, do not eat raw cookie dough. Heat oven 375. Alright, I'll do that. Stir cookie mix in a medium bowl until soft dough forms. Let's see. Well, I guess that's my instructions. It's well, I can't say it's soft. I'm sure this is not mixed. Incredibly well. And my wrist is starting to hurt a bit. It certainly isn't going to be very moist. This one more time. 1/2 cup butter, 1 margarine, 1 egg. Okay. It does seem things are happening here. It just seems that I still see, quite a bit of what looks to be flour down at the bottom that isn't mixed. So maybe I should have used a bigger bowl. Maybe I should have used a blender. Anyway, this is my first attempt at these. So I am forever hopeful that it will work out. I made some other cookies, but they were chocolate chip, and they came where you just had to cut them up. I had visions of maybe rolling the stuff out, but I don't think that is really possible. Anyway, I'm not sure if Andrew is going to appear. He wanted me to make these. And we have icing and we have sprinkles. Let me just refer to my detailed instructions. Do not eat cookie dough. Heat 375 for dark, non-spread. Stir cookie mix, soften butter, medium bowl until soft dough forms. I guess I have soft dough. Drop dough by rounded teaspoons about 2 inches, 5 centimeters apart, onto an ungreased cookie sheet. For 2 dozen larger cookies, drop dough rounded by tablespoon. I think I'll go for the tablespoon. Bake as directed. Hello, Penny! Or until edges are light golden brown. Alright, so what am I doing here? Cookie size. Oh, okay. So if I do the large one, it'll make 24 cookies, and I cook for 8 to 10 minutes. Alright. Well, I would like to think that this is mixed. I would like to think. So much for the rolling pin, so much for the scissors. Here we have kind of what they asked for. Kind of. I'm going to look for a spoon. And I'm going to squish stuff onto the spoon and put it on there. My grandmother and I used to make cookies, and somewhere in her head was a recipe. But I don't know where that is. So, I have gone for this variation. I have, that one looks kind of big. I suppose I'm not supposed to, it's a little too close, I'm not supposed to eat this because, of course, somewhere in there is an egg. it's uncooked. The other stuff I got, which was all pre-mixed and refrigerated that I had to cut up, it said, go ahead, eat it now. Now that I'm down a little in the bowl, maybe I'll do a little more mixing, although it looks pretty okay. Although rather clumpy. I don't know if you can see that in there. Like, I really have to squish it all together. And maybe I'm making them too big. I don't know. And of course, before I did this, I did wash my hands. I gathered up all the necessary, I could see, ingredients. Alright, I'm thinking that I am making these bigger than what they are suggesting. But oh well, so be it. It looks like maybe I might get 12 out of this. That's okay, as long as they work. I have not done a whole lot of baking over the years. I have not. But I'm always game for a challenge. Where that one looks kind of small. And this one, there's like hardly anything left. I will squish this together. I will squish this together. I will squish it up. The oven has reached this temperature. I'm just going to take out the rest of it here. Put it all together. Squish it all together. I'm suspecting I might have to bake these a little longer because they are a little bigger. I think, maybe, possibly. Let's see what this says again. For cookies. Oh, for cutout cookies. No, we're supposed to add all-purpose flour. Oh, well, this is different. I wish I'd have read that first. I wish the instructions are hidden. Anyway, we're at 375. I don't need gloves. To put these in. I'm going to set the timer for 8 minutes, because that's what it says, but I think it's going to take longer. And, what's that? Well, I guess in somewhere between 8 and 10 minutes, which I think will be longer, because these are bigger. We'll see what happens. So here is my first attempt using the Betty Crocker sugar cookie mix. Homemade cookies in 20 minutes. I just want to read this one more time about this down at the bottom here. For cutout cookies, stir 3 tablespoons all-purpose flour into mix. Add 1/2 cup so there's no extra fluid. Well, we're going one with the round things. Penny, come here. Penny, 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 Penny. What you doing, Penny? Penny, for those of you that have not seen this, she is a lovely cat. I don't know. Penny, see, there's candles burning here, Penny. I don't know if this is why, but I think you can yump. Yump between the candles. Come on, Penny. Yump, 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 yump. Then come on over here. Yump. Okay, stay away from the candles. Stay away from the candles. I'm going to move some of the candles. Okay, so Penny, we're making some cookies. Stay away from the candles, Penny. We're making some cookies. Stay away from the candles, Penny. Stay away. Candles are hot. So Penny, so this won't stay away from the candles. 5 minutes, 55 seconds. Okay, Penny. 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 Oh. Penny does not very much like being held. I do occasionally refer to her as my fashionable handbag, because occasionally I can hold on to her like this. But Penny, I think with the fire and all going on here, you should just stay. Yes, I know. So, what have we done? Well, we have cookies in the oven. We have some frosting. We'll see how that goes. We have some sprinkles. We'll see how that goes. I'm just going to peek in here. See what's happening. Oh, yeah, they're there. They are there. Well, just about 5 minutes to go before we decide that they need to cook for longer, which I'm sure they will. I'm sure of it. Somehow. So we will see. We will see. Over here, by the way, another thing, and I'm doing another video on this, I'm cooking a turkey this year. Am I afraid? Yes. Will it go okay? I suspect. I've been following the advice of my mother. She has a recipe, not a recipe, or directions, that she cut off a box of tinfoil in 1960. So 60 years ago, they gave advice on how to wrap and how to prepare, what temperature and for how long, depending on the weight. And that is what I'm going to follow, because it always worked for her. It may be different in some of today's techniques, but so be it. Penny! So the one thing I certainly didn't do perfectly is I should have put this to the fridge a little earlier. So I've had it in the fridge. It is getting there. But then today I took it out to thaw some more. I just want to take another peek. Yep, they're there. I think maybe the next time I try this, and I will try this again because I got 2 more packages, 2 more. I will try and make them smaller, squish them down more, perhaps. I shall. Anyway, I know these are difficult times for many people, and that everybody wants to be together, but sometimes that's just not possible. And hopefully, with staying apart, nobody in your family or mine ends up missing next Christmas because they're no longer here because they caught this horrible, awful virus. Horrible, 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 horrible. So far, we've been untouched by this. In Ontario, we're now just started the, as you know, the Christmas break. Here it is, Christmas. Woohoo. Schools for elementary students are going back a week later. High school students are going back later than that. And I guess we're going to be doing some virtual stuff. We'll see how that goes. I know that after the March break of last year, they kept on saying, yeah, we're closed for a week or 2 or whatever. And anyway, never never went back. Never, until, of course, September, when still a lot of people opted for virtual, but in our case, Andrew, our little man, opted for virtual, and then after about 5 or 6 weeks, the virtual really wasn't going very well. So, and things seemed to be doing okay at the school, so he went back to school, and it's been going quite well. Thanks to the people of Unionville Public School. Let me take a peek. Well, yeah, this is now saying 1 minute and 13 seconds. All I see in there is much like what I put in there. I think maybe I made these too big. Maybe. But they are flattening out some. So we'll just have to keep an eye and see what's what. See if these turn out well. I hope so. I did go to the store the other day when I found this mix finally, but I did also buy some pre-made cookies in case these are a disaster. And we have been testing them, and they're quite good. But I did get frosting, also made by Betty Crocker. And it's funny, when I went to get the sprinkles, you see the picture on here shows those long sprinkles. I could not find long sprinkles, so I ended up getting the tiny little round ones that are like miniature ball bearings. Okay, so this is vegan, but I know we're not there. So what I'm going to do is add another 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Why? Well, because it's easy to add 2 minutes and 22 seconds. But and that would put our total up to 10 minutes. But I am suspecting, because of the size, and it's funny, you know, I really think the stuff should have kind of, I don't know, maybe there wasn't enough butter. I thought I put in enough butter. Maybe I will have to see about trying to find a half cup measuring cup. But I think I did all right with it. But I guess, besides the egg, that's really the only fluid there was. So maybe it's better to have a little too much, or too little. Let me just look back at the recipe for a second here. Let's see. For cutouts, stir 3 tablespoons all-purpose flour dough. Add a half a cup. Oh, well, yeah, no, that was the same. And 1 egg. So it's just the flour that was the difference. Roll dough on floured surface until 1 inch, quarter-inch thick, 1/4 inch thick. Cut with 2-inch cookie cutter and place 1 inch apart on ungreased cookie sheet. Bake at temperature for 5 to 7 minutes, or until the edges are light golden brown. Maybe I was short a little butter. Maybe. Alright, so we're now down to 35. No. I think we're going to go again once this goes off. I think we shall. So I don't know where it is where you are, but it is Christmas Eve in Ontario. And it's been raining, although that's supposed to turn to snow. Okay, we're down to 3, 2, 1. No. Okay, we're going to have a look. Okay, things are flattening out. But they're not done. So we're going to go another 2 minutes and 22 seconds. And then we will look again. Or maybe we'll look a little sooner than that. I'm just not sure. I do have flour here in case it is needed. And I have my trusty oven mitts. Actually, I'm thinking about this. Maybe I need to move the turkey. Oh, mama, that's heavy. Maybe. I'm sure everything is fine. Maybe I will pull the turkey there. And then, in case of any cross-contamination, I will wash my hands one more time. Which, of course, in the times of the pandemic, is not a bad thing either. So, we're now down to 45 seconds. Somewhere in the distance, my phone, it beeps. So be it. Well, they're looking rounder and flatter. Oh, they are. But I still think the thickness is taking a little longer. Mind you, I don't want to scorch them. One thing, not to be disparaging of my dear sister, but she used to like to bake. But boy, I don't know how many times I got cookies from her way back when. This is 30 or more years ago. And they look good on the top, but the bottoms were burned. Burned. Alright, I'm going to do another 1 minute and 11 seconds. And then we will see. We will. Anyway, I hope wherever you are, that you're able to do whatever it is that you would like to do in a safe, responsible way. Whatever that means for your jurisdiction. But I know that this world is, well, I guess there's some places that are pretty okay. And we don't hear much about the rest of the world, like, except I think up until very recently Australia was pretty much down to nothing. But mind you, it's summer there, and we are now officially into winter here. Alright, we're down to 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look. Well, I'm thinking it might be time. Perhaps. I'm just lingering for a few more seconds. You know what, I can take them out. I can always put them back in. Alright, now it also said I'm supposed to wait a little bit. Well, I've really done just a little too much. Excuse me. Bake as directed. Edges are golden brown. Yeah, not bad. Cool 1 minute before removing from cookie sheet. Cool completely. Store in an airtight container. Makes 36 2-inch cookies. Well, we have 12. I'm going to be brave. Ooh, still squishy. So yes, they need to wait. This one in the top corner is certainly browner than others. This little one needs well, The other ones have kind of run together, but I think they'll come apart okay. I should have set the timer for 1 minute. I think 1 minute is a little quick on that. I think, maybe, possibly. Because they're, like when I touch this one, it still feels kind of molten, and I certainly don't want them falling apart on me. I do not. So, I'm supposed to put them in an airtight container. I am. Just a moment. I will look for one. Oh, yeah. Now, I still think this 1 minute thing is a little premature. I think. Because they are hot. And this is plastic. What I'm more likely... It's funny, you know, when these timers go off, I think they cause more accidents because it's almost like, oh my god, I have to do this now? Right now? The timer is going off. So I turn the timer off. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is grab a plate. And with great reverence, I'm going to lift, oh, that went all right. I'm going to lift these off and give them a little more time to cool. And they do, even though they ran together, they do seem to be okay. They're coming apart okay. I'm trying to, they're a little crumbly though. I feel it, I sense it. I'm trying to make sure that they can, yeah, they're kind of crumbly. Maybe more butter on the next batch. Maybe I need to also make them smaller, as they suggest. I am not a baker. Not sure if that shows or not. Also, there are some people who are really good at the presentation of what they make. Like it really looks like it came out of some glorious place. I am not that talented. Yeah, they're still warm. Okay, well I'm going to let these cookies cool and perhaps get less delicate before I attempt any frosting operation. I think that would be prudent. I think that would be wise. I think. So stay tuned for the frosting episode, assuming they don't just fall apart and I just give up on the frosting. Anyway, thanks for being here as I learn how, maybe, to make cookies. I suspect whatever I do next time, it will be a little better. I suspect. Alright, so we're going to let those cool. The stove is off. It's hot. Do not touch a hot stove. I have my storage container here. My turkey is here. Have a great holiday, whatever it is you celebrate. I think Hanukkah's done. I know there's lots of others. And take no offense, but Merry Christmas. I don't think it's bad to say Merry Christmas. I actually got a message from a nice Jewish person today, and you know what it said? Oh, Merry Christmas. It did. Alright. Thanks for being here. We will meet again on other endeavors. Possibly soon. Possibly sooner than later. Maybe more cookies. Certainly, the turkey adventure is long from over. But it is getting squishy. So, onward. Bye for now.